Hey there, Wargamers, Josh here from, well, MWG Tabletop Games, because that's the channel this is going to be on, ready to throw down some more Marvel Crisis Protocol. I have advanced myself in this game to the point now, I have a proper size mat.
Woo!
And I've brought in an opponent that's not just my buddy from the UK. Even though Gaz is awesome and I love him, I actually have another MCP opponent. So Greg has come in today to throw down, and yeah, let's check out the teams and the scenario.
We play and call it work.
Looking at what I am bringing today, I will once again be playing X-Force, being led by Cable. I have also brought along X-23 and, of course, Honey Badger. And then Wolverine and Deadpool. I've got kind of a theme. The theme is not what is necessarily good in the game, but it's what's going to be fun for me to play. And then for my tactics cards, I went for Patch Up, Chimichangas, Exceptional Healing, Weapon X Program, and Jonathan the Unstoppable. Across the board, what am I playing against today?
All right, you're playing against Criminal Syndicate and Brotherhood today, but we are going with the Syndicate leadership. My leader today is going to be Kingpin. I'm sure if you play Marvel, you know what's up with Kingpin. Then we have Shadowland Daredevil, Black Cat, and then Pyro and the Blob for the Wombo combo. As far as my cards, I took all according to plan in case for some reason I don't keep the priority. Shuriken Arashi for some Alpha Strike damage, Follow Me, Shadow Organization to keep me safe, and Pyrotechnics because we are playing Demons Downtown, and that's rather good during that mission.
Definitely get it. Looking at today's mission, so the secure will be Demons Downtown. So there are 3 flaming portal tokens on the board. Of course, you're going to score 1 VP for each one you're securing during the cleanup phase. But then during the power phase, characters within one of a flaming portal get the Incinerate special condition. Not great for me. The extraction will be struggle for the cube continues. So again, there's 5 cube fragments down, 1 VP for each character that you have. Sorry, for each one that you're holding with your characters. And then when you pick up the cube fragments during the power phase, each character suffers 1 damage for each one it's holding, and you get power equal to the damage that they suffered that way. And we are deployed on the board. Like I said, I'm finally coming up in the world. I went and got myself a proper 3x3 mat. Hopefully I'll have some more on the way, because hopefully this is a game I can continue to cover. Yeah. Both a little rusty.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's been like
both really like the game.
2 months for me. It's a fun game. Josh actually got me into this game in my first visit here. And I'll tell you, it's a really good game system. If you like good, clean games that run really, really well, this is a good one.
It sets up quick. It cleans up quick. There's a ton of variety in the game. I love it. There's plenty of reasons why I love it. So hopefully you're going to have fun watching. So looking at the deployment here, Cable, X-23, going to move the train. That's how you cheat, folks. Bump the train before the game starts. So X-23, Honey Badger, Wolverine, and then Deadpool. Across the board?
Yep, we got Black Cat, we got Shadowlands Daredevil, Kingpin, Blob, and Pyro.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, my anxiety is getting the better of me. Let's get ready for round 1. Yeah, okay, so round 1, we have went ahead and powered up, and priority to you, my friend.
All right, I forgot to power up, actually, but I think I'm probably going to start with either Blob or Kingpin. We're going to start with Blob, I think.
All right, Blob. What's Blob's move characteristic on this?
So Blob is only a small move.
Yep.
So for our purposes, I'm actually just going to move him like that, and then bring him back a little so he's still within range of that objective.
Gotcha.
All right, and I think that's all I'm going to do with him.
Flipping over to me, I think we're going to go, let's go Mr. Deadpool, send him up the board. Yeah, Deadpool's going to go up there. Going to just pay the 1 to grab the objective. And I think that's all I'm doing with him. Back over to the other side.
All right, we're going to do Shadowlands Daredevil, and I think, turn 1 in Marvel is always just that posturing, since, deployment's always so mundane, but he's just going to move. He has enough movement to solidly get up there, so he's just going to come over here like that, contest the objective, hopefully.
Yeah, getting to the point that he is.
Yep, and then pick that up.
think I'm just going to be sending Wolverine up the board. All right, so after reminding me about Kingpins, it's his affiliation bonus,
It's
right?
his affiliation bonus, yes.
So you count as 2 on objectives for everybody.
Yeah, so all non-grunts, so hand ninjas, but they can't contest anyway, don't count.
Yeah.
So everyone counts as 2 models on their healthy size when they're contesting objective, as well as I can pass asset tokens between my guys within 3.
Nice.
For 2 power.
Nice. So yeah, going to go ahead and not bother contesting. I don't want to get the Incinerate right away, but get him up the board, putting some threat out on you. Back to your activation.
All right, we are going to get Kingpin up where he needs to be.
Nice.
1. And we're actually going to make it so that he's not in range of the point yet.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. I do want to see what you end up doing with some other activations here. It's any better. Just going to do a move, get myself up to there. And that's my activation. Back to you. You've got what? Pyro
Yes,
and Black Cat
I
left?
have Black Cat. So Black Cat has a long move, so she can go rather far. So what I'm going to do is move her just past within 1 to here.
Yep.
Pick this up for 1 power. And then she still has another action. I think she has Wall Crawler. Does she? She does not have Wall Crawler. So I could not move her up there.
Yep. I'll let you think it out.
Yes.
Game plan?
All right, so I'm just going to take her and move her right up in this terrain there so I can decide what I'm going to do with her. But that's her activation.
Cool. Let's have X23 go. Bring her up. Boop. Activate, and she'll be the one for that home objective for me.
All right, we are on to my last activation. I'm going to take Pyro and move him up as such. I will spend the power to pick up the cube fragment. And then, this is where it gets a little tricky. I think I'm going to move him, he has enough movement for this, just over like that.
Gotcha. Makes
And
sense.
that should be all my turn.
Cool. That's my activation. My last one will be pretty simple. We're going to go ahead and bring Cable on up. Moved up, spent 1 to go ahead and pick up the cube fragment, and then going to put some shots into Kingpin with the plasma rifle. So this is just 5 dice. And I've got 1 crit to throw in. So I got to throw in for the crit. Boop. So that's another hit.
So that's 4 hits total.
And I do get a reroll as well. All right, over to your side.
All right, so we're going to do my energy defense right here. I got 1 success.
All right. And then my reroll that I get, the one built in for my affiliation, will turn into another success.
All right, so that's 5 damage, which goes down to 4. And then I'm going to spend 1 power to use Kingpin's ability to reduce it by an additional 1.
Okay, so 3
So
going through
he'll
total.
take 3 total.
Nice. And I will get my 3 power. No wild, so no incinerate, but that's okay. That should be the end of turn 1. Looking at the objectives, you are contesting 2.
Yes,
And then you have 3 cube fragments.
I do. So that's 5 points for me.
I have 1 and then 2 cube fragments. So I get my 3.
All right.
That will bring us to round 2. All right, we've got the start here. We've went ahead and powered up. I'm still pretty convinced I'm not going to be showing the power off every single time we do this. I think it's going to be a bit tedious for videos. But again, let me know down below what you folks think. Priority is still for my opponent. So, Greg, what do you want to go ahead and start off
We
with?
are going to start with Shadowlands Daredevil because he is already within 2 of Wolverine. So we're going to make some coordinated strike attacks.
Nice.
We'll do 1 to start. So that's going to be 5 physical dice. I get power equal to the damage dealt, and after the attack is resolved, I get to put my little hand ninja grunts into play,
Nice.
and they get to immediately make an attack, I believe.
Cool.
Yes.
This is a 5 dice attack.
All right, 5 dice attack on Wolverine. That is crit, crit, hit, hit.
Solid start. Solid
All right.
start.
Crit.
Okay, so you got what, 5 in the pool total?
5 in the pool total.
Woo!
Yes.
I am defense 4 on this. That didn't work.
That's a crit,
Gonna
though.
throw 1 extra in. And nope, so I will be stopping 1 of it. Do you have any modifications you gotta do?
No modifications yet. Nope.
Okay, so I think I'm taking 4.
Yep.
Okay, real solid hit.
So that's 4 power for me, because I get power equal to the damage dealt. And then I get to place these hand ninjas within 1 inch of this character.
Gotcha.
So they are going to go right here. And when they enter the field off of a coordinated strike attack, they can immediately make 1 attack of their own.
Cool. All right,
so
throwing some dice.
4 dice from the hand ninjas on Wolverine. 1 crit.
That's an okay.
Just 1.
Okay. With 4 defense dice, I can surely stop this.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Kind of a little bit of glare, but that works. All right, now, explain what's going on, because this is some Kingpin stuff, right?
All right, so Kingpin's, the first half of his leadership ability is my characters count as 2. The other half is once per turn at any time during an allied character's activation, they can spend 2 to transfer 1 asset or civilian token being held by that character to another allied character within 3. So I'm going to spend 2 power to pass his cube fragment over to Black Cat.
Nice. I like it.
All right. Bam. She now has 2 cube fragments.
Everybody keep track. She's right back over here. And then you still got a whole nother activation.
I do still have 1 more activation, and I think that is going to be a Demon's Devastation for 3 power. So that will be on Wolverine again. If hand ninjas are within 2 of the target character, which they are,
Yep.
Add 2 dice to the attack roll. So this will be 9 dice.
Okay.
All right, and then if I roll a wild, I get to place myself within 2 of where I was.
Nice. Okay.
So lots of movement, lots of doing stuff.
All sorts of stuff. This is cool. It's another one of the characters I haven't seen before, so this is Neato Burrito. Okay, let's see what we get.
All right, 9 dice. That was not great. 2 hits, no wilds.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
2.
Well, let's see if I can defend those 2. That would put him with 1 left. Okay, let me think about this for a sec. Well, that's kind of it's a little bit tragic, but yeah, I will go ahead and take the 2 damage,
2 damage, yes.
and get 2 more power. Hey, you have any other activations to do?
No, that's this guy's activation, so it is off to you.
All right. Well, to nobody's surprise, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and activate Wolverine before he's
that
gone.
might make sense.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and Weapon X program. So he's gonna spend 3, and then he throws himself short. He's gonna throw himself into the hand ninjas.
And they have to make a dodge roll.
Yep. All right. Now the other part of this, he's thrown short. He doesn't suffer damage if he collides with another character terrain feature, though.
Yeah.
So he just
He doesn't
he's
take
gonna
the 1.
yeet himself at them, and then he counts as being size 3 for this. So
All right.
I think you have 1 defense dice to defend
I have
against.
1 defense die, and it's 4 damage coming my way, because the damage you suffer from a collision is the size of the object plus 1. So that means 4 damage, and I have 1 die. If I crit, I still take 2.
Yep.
And I only have 2 health. So
Yep.
hand ninjas are gone.
Hilarious.
So good.
I love that. Oh, all right, Mr. Wolverine, let's put you to work. I think the next thing we're gonna do is the best at what I do. Okay, I will be putting the swings into Kingpin because, yeah, if I cannot deal with Kingpin, that will be nice for me later on. This is a future Josh trying to give him a little alley-oop here. All right, let's see what I can get. Throwing 5 dice. Oh, that's about the worst I could do. There's 1 success in there. Now, Cable does give me a reroll, but I don't think I'm going to waste it on... Now that I say that out loud, maybe I should waste it on this. All right, well, I guess I'm not going to think about this until I see your roll.
All right.
So, yep, just defending against 1 with Kingpin.
1, it's physical, correct?
Yes.
So I get 4 dice against this. I defend none.
Okay!
So now we have our modifications time.
Do you have you do have modifications.
I can reduce the damage by 1 after it would be suffered. So
and it's not to a minimum of 1 for him,
It
right?
is not to a minimum for him. It is to a minimum for Blob, but it's not to a minimum for Kingpin.
I was trying to remember which one he had. Okay, let me think about this. Because if I get 1 more power, I can throw a Berserker Barrage at you. Yeah, let's go for it. Boop. So I get another hit in there.
All right, so I will spend the 1 and then only take 1 damage. So I would be getting 1 power and then losing 1 for reducing the damage by 1.
Correct.
So I just take 1 more damage on him.
So I will go ahead and get 1 power, though.
Yes.
So that does give me enough for a Berserker Barrage if I feel like it. Yeah, let's go for it. I will spend... all the power I had on him and try a Berserker Barrage into Kingpin. This is 7 dice. Hwah!
That's pretty good.
So, pair of crits in there. Yeah, that's a good start. I can't do any more rerolls after this anyway, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'll throw these in as the crits.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, that's pretty good.
6
that's
damage.
Pretty good.
4 defense. Let's hope this goes well. I got 1 success.
Which is exactly what you were looking for.
So-
Now, before damage is dealt, I get to place myself within 1. And then if this attack deals damage, which it will, I get to throw target character size 3 or less. I get to throw him short. So, I'll place myself there. I'm going
Yep.
to throw Kingpin into Pyro.
Yep.
You weren't going to spend to reduce because you're still going to be
Yep,
dazed
I'm
anyways.
still be dazed anyway, so I am dazed on him.
And
There we are.
let's move him into Pyro.
All right, he's going to move into Pyro, and Pyro has to make a dodge roll
And yeah, because Kingpin's dazed anyways, but he wouldn't. He doesn't suffer damage from collisions, right?
with characters, yes.
Gotcha. Awesome.
So he has to make a physical dodge roll, which is 3 dice for 4 damage coming his way.
All right. See what we can't do.
All right, let's see. I got no successes. Pyro takes 4 damage.
That's good. I assume he's got about 5 to start.
Yes, he has 5 to start.
Gotcha. Now, did he take
Oh,
one
no,
from the cube?
he did take one from the cube, so he
Gotcha.
is dazed.
Whoa, look at me go.
Wow, and then he drops a cube fragment.
Oh, no. Okay, let me think about this. All right. See, he's the best at what he does. So that should be the end of my activation. Going to have you drop the cube over there. I can't, I don't have the power to interact with it. So now it's just healing factor. I'm going to take 2 damage off myself. All right, the next activation will be...
Black Cat. So,
Something tells me she's the one you're going to have hold all the objectives.
what could you possibly mean by that?
Yep.
I'm actually going to have her come this way and go on top of it
Yep.
so that I can get further back. So she's going to spend a power, grab that objective, and then she is going to move.
Get out of dodge.
She's going to get out of dodge to this back objective.
And there we go.
All right. And
That's going to be a problem for me, but that's a future Josh problem.
yes.
Back over to my activation. I think we're going to go ahead and have Cable start us off here. I'm probably going to body slide to get to where I want. All right. I think I'm going to continue to just be overly aggressive, and I'll do a move with Cable, get him up the board further. I will go ahead. So I've moved my proper activation now. I will throw the plasma rifle at Black Cat.
All right.
So just 5 dice. And so I do have a crit. Now I can't throw my crits in against her. I can't re-roll against her.
You can't modify. So your crits still work, but you can't do any like re-rolls or stuff like that.
Makes the sense to me. I'll go ahead and throw in my crit then.
Oh
And
gosh.
we get another hit. Okay. So
right.
far, so good.
3 defense. She makes all 3.
Okay, cool.
So she'll take 1.
Take 1, and you are going to get incinerated.
Yes. Well, she was getting incinerated anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it was going to happen.
It's at the start of the power phase we take the damage, so that's okay. That is A-okay.
Alrighty. I think what I'm going to do also is I'll spend the... Oh yeah, no, I got an extra power. I forgot. I'm going to go ahead and spend 4 and throw that terrain feature at Daredevil. Yeah, so I'm going to pick up the size 4.
Yep.
Chuck it at him.
We'll take this and just get it out of here. And I have 4 defense dice coming against 5 damage.
All right.
I defend 1 of it, so I take 4 damage.
Very good. All right, so the activation will change over to Blob.
So Blob is going to make a strike attack on Wolverine to start.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
5 dice, just
Nice.
trying to get a little bit of power. So 5, I can count 5 dice. Got 1. Oh my goodness.
What? So where'd you get these custom dice from?
Yeah, one of my friends at my game store. I might switch over to the other ones, honestly.
I was talking before the game and going
Jeez.
like, maybe I should get some custom dice. They show up really nice.
Yeah.
Just bad luck. Okay, let's see if I can defend though. Throwing 4 defense at this.
Yep.
I should be fine. And yeah, so
It's
we're-
fine. So I guess I'm just gonna
days.
do it again.
Okay.
All right.
Definition of insanity. Let's see what we get.
All right. 1 hit.
1 hit again. Okay, well I got
Wow.
my 4 defense dice. And I won't defend it.
You take it. Cool.
So was that 1 damage?
1 damage.
Okay.
And I did not get a wild in there, so there's no push.
Gotcha. Looking at my options here, I'm going to go Honey Badger. She's going to spend 2 for Jonathan the Unstoppable and drop him back on this objective. And then take off up the board. Going to move up and go ahead and throw a Claw Slash at you. This is Wild Bleed. So let's see what she can get. Okay, pretty good.
Wow.
Because I'm a bully.
Calm down.
I don't know. I don't know. Gaz is watching this at home typing about my dice right now.
Oh my gosh. All right, so I got 4 defense dice against this. Sorry, I only get 3. I'm incinerated.
Yes.
So 3 defense dice against 4 damage. I add blanks of successes.
Okay.
Crit. I take 3. So I take 1 total.
So I'll get my 1 power and then, yeah.
Yep, I get my power and I'm dazed.
Okay. It's been a rough turn for you, friend.
It has been a rough turn. I might switch out my dice.
Realistically,
Honestly,
that's not... Yeah, I wouldn't
I'm going to switch them out. I'm not feeling them. They're going to the jail. They're going to jail.
Put them in dice jail.
Dice
Beautiful.
jail.
Content yourself with you're going to have many points.
Yes.
Many points.
That is the only saving grace here.
Yep. I have to put this work in.
You did just get 1 point with that. You did just
I did
do
manage
a 2 point
yep,
swing
yep,
with that.
Yeah,
so.
there was a swing there, so that does help. Yeah, let's just send Deadpool up the board. Go get him, buddy.
Get him.
He ends up there, and I think we're gonna have X-23 go. I think I might just try to shake that Incinerate and just do a move. And move her up to there. So I think, oh, sorry, real quick, I forgot for Deadpool. I'm gonna spend 1 to Chimichanga. Give him his token.
Yep.
And I do believe that is gonna be that for the turn now.
So for scoring, I think we both get 4 points.
That would make sense. So I'm holding 2, contesting 2 objectives.
Yep, I am holding 3 and contesting 1 objective. So
Very cool.
we both get 4.
What's that bring the score to right now?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 9. You're at 7.
Okay, so I'm catching. Well, I'm keeping up, I guess.
For sure.
And then yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get everything tidied up and ready for round 3. All right, as we get ready for battle round number 3 here, there's a couple things. We're all powered up, and then there's a whole lot of stuff going on, which we'll explain in a second. All right, now looking at our, you get to activate first.
Yes,
now you did, sorry, what was the card?
Yeah, so I did Shadow Organization. So I paid 2 with Pyro and Kingpin, which means that you cannot target them outside of 2 range.
Very cool, nice.
Yes.
I like it.
And also Black Cat took 3 damage and dropped 3 objective tokens.
Yep, that's fair.
So that was interesting.
That's one word for it, yep.
Yes.
Yep, totally.
So we're gonna do Daredevil first. He is going to, so you're incinerated on Cable, right?
I am Incinerator on Cable, yeah. I'll put the token off his card and back onto him. Oh, I guess I should clear my activation tokens too.
So we're gonna just do a coordinated strike attack on, how's X-23 look?
She's perfectly
5 health.
healthy, 5 health.
I guess we'll just do it on Honey Badger then.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do a coordinated strike attack on Honey Badger.
Now, give me 1 quick sec, 'cause I gotta check Cable.
Yes.
Nah, Cable's gonna save his power for something else. So there's a coordinator strike coming in?
Yep, just 5 dice, 5 physical dice.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Perfect. That is.
Oh, see, it got better.
It got better, and I got a wild, which doesn't do anything.
Gotcha.
But
I have 3 physical to defend against this. And I defend 1 of them, so I take 2.
yep, and I get 2 power.
Nice. And here come the ninjas.
All right, the ninjas are gonna come down right here, and they are gonna make an attack against Honey Badger.
Honey Badger once again. Okay.
Yep. All right, so that'll be 4 dice this time.
Gotcha.
All right, here we go. They got a crit. Well, just the 1.
Okay, so it's just the 1.
Yeah.
3 defense. And she does successfully defend it, unless you have some way to
No, she
modify,
successfully defends
mitigate,
it.
or otherwise. All right, something's happening.
All right,
Something
so
big is happening.
I was going to use Shuriken Arashi, but I was dumb and forgot that Honey Badger could bodyguard. But then I actually read my card and saw that I thought there was a way I could make this area attack, and I was like, oh, I guess I can't use the other one. But then I saw there is. So if I spend 3 power, the next time I use Demon's Devastation as an attack, it becomes Area 2.
Which is not great for me right now.
His entire team is within Area 2 of Daredevil. And only the hand ninjas.
Only hand ninjas? Yep.
So I'll spend 3 power, so I'm spending 6 power total for this.
Yep.
But 9 dice attack on your entire team.
Very good.
All right, so I guess we have a lot of rolling to do.
Who are you going to target first?
So I'm going to target Cable first, so that he can only shield himself.
Now, I can do it as many times as I'm not limited to once per turn.
Well, you're not limited to once per turn, but if you
if you get him, that's
if I get him.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page, friend.
Yes.
So
this
I will.
is mystical, so you do have decent defense against them.
I'm also incinerated.
Oh,
so,
right,
so there's
right.
that. All right, against Cable.
9 dice, and I'm trying the new dice. I did put the other ones in jail because bad. They're failing me. Okay, 4 hits.
Yep.
Oh, and a crit. I didn't see the crit. So 1 additional die is also hit. So 6 damage total coming his way.
Okay. So I'm Mystic Defense 4, essentially down to 3, and then adding 2 more for the shield. So let's see if I can defend. I don't.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh.
Not great. Not great. So he's dazed.
Yep.
And I'm dropping.
Yep, he's dropping an objective, and also you get to lose that incinerate because you were
Yes.
dazed. So I'm going to drop it. Whoop. And bop.
Very good.
All right, and I guess we get to move on to our next attack. So
Yep. Who are you targeting next?
I'm doing Honey Badger next.
Honey Badger next. She's got 2 Mystic Defense.
All right, 9 dice. Let's see if we can do it
Okay.
again.
Should be able to. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Let me see. There's 3 crits. I'm just curious to see
How much?
How
this, yep,
much?
Go for it. Go
All
for
right.
it.
Oh goodness.
You're gonna get her anyway, so I'm gonna daze her in a second.
Oh yeah, I just want to see. All right, so it ended up being 11 damage coming at her.
That is hilarious. This is why I like this game, because things can swing back and forth.
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
for
Crazy.
sure.
That is a monster attack.
We still have 3 more to go.
Yep. Who you want to do next?
All right, we're gonna do X23 next.
X23 next?
Yes.
Yep, that makes sense.
X23.
9 dice.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a crit right here. So
No,
5.
5 total. Okay.
Okay.
3 dice to defend this. Okay, that is his second activation though, right?
Yeah, he does not have another. That was it. 'Cause the first attack was putting the ninjas down,
Gotcha.
which gave me 10 more dice total. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 3 defense.
Okay.
Okay, not bad. I'm gonna throw the crit in to be another crit.
All right.
And then she would get to re-roll one of her dice, but I can't re-roll the skull, obviously. So she's just taking 2.
Yep.
You gonna do the hand ninjas
Yep.
next?
So unfortunately, I do also hit my hand ninjas. So they come down, smack Honey Badger, and then I turn around and do this to them. Yeah, they take. Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone. Okay.
They're gone. Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Oh gosh.
And then,
All right. I think we are
Mr.
on
Poole.
to Mr. Poole.
yep.
Poole, dead. Hopefully. Only 4.
Okay. I get 4 dice on this. You can't get inside his head. So I get to throw in for the crit. That didn't help. But he knows karate. So I get to reroll. Yeah, that would have been great for an attack. How much is in the pool there?
So there is 4 in the pool, so he'll be taking 3.
Yeah, I think I can afford that. I'm going to exceptional healing this one. I'll spend the 3 just to make it 1 damage.
Yep, sounds good. X23.
No,
Wolverine. Wolverine. Yeah, I
Wolverine.
was like, I know there's one we're forgetting. So
I don't have high hopes for Wolverine right now.
all right, I believe in you.
Yeah, let's see what we get.
I don't think he's gonna be okay.
Nope.
We got one more. Nope. So 5 damage coming at
Let me
him.
go back to roll the other dice. He's got like 2 Mystic Defense. Nope. Nope.
Yep.
So you do the last 2 to him that you need.
Yep.
Well, now that you've dazed more than half my team, is that what that feels like?
Yeah. Well, I did have half my team days last turn, so
Yeah, that's where I'm
honestly,
laughing.
it's swinging right back to where it is even ?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but from there, it is your activation, I believe.
Yep, and I don't know what I want to do with it. I think the game plan is Deadpool is going to spend his 2 power that he has left, grab 2 objectives, and run away. Deadpool is going this way now. I know Black Cat's going to run him down, but I'm going to make her work for it, so there's that at least. No, I put the wrong token down. Everybody else is dazed.
Yes.
So, over to your side.
Yes. I'm thinking that...
Here, I'm going to boop that there.
Hmm.
You're spoiled for choice.
I am spoiled for choice indeed.
Kingpin's going to move to back over here, and that does clear Jonathan off.
Yes, it
of
does.
The objective.
And I am activated.
All right. Well, I have one choice, and the question is, where do I want to send her? Well, I think I'm going to go for it, and I think we're going to have X-23 go, and I'm just going to start swinging at Daredevil. If I can get him off the board, I'm in a good spot. I don't love my chances, but let's do it. We're going to go 2 for her spender, and she will be throwing 6 dice.
Ooh.
It's not bad. It's not
a good
bad
amount
at
of
all.
dice.
And this is Wild Pierce. Okay, there's a
jeez.
couple crits there. And I'm going to throw in one more success. Now, she has her own reroll built in, and she also has the cable reroll.
And the wild...
The wild is just
Pierce.
yeah.
Yeah, all right, so I have 2 defense.
Because you're incinerated.
Yep. Crit and a
Ooh.
wild. And a wild, sorry about
Okay.
that.
No,
So
you're
I do
fine.
defend 3.
Okay, so for I'll take both my rerolls on this.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I got a couple more hits. So that is a grand total of, I've got 6, 7 in the pool.
So I will take 4 on him.
I do have the pierce, so I can pierce one pierce.
Pierce 1 or 2?
It's just the pierce one.
All right, so I will take 5 damage then and get 5 power.
Okay. Gonna move her to right there with the second part of the claw rush. Now that she's there, I will spend 1 to pick up the fragment, and then 2 for another claw rush into him.
Into Shadowlands, yeah.
Yep. So let's go 6 dice. Alrighty, let's see what I can do here.
Oh,
Ooh,
thank
awful
goodness.
roll. Awful roll.
All right. I got 1 success.
Okay. I get 1 built-in reroll. She always
Yep.
gets the assassin training. It's another blank. Oh no!
He is okay. Whew. Oh, this was huge. Okay.
Okay, so I do get the pierce one though. Oh no, sorry, it's wild pierce.
On a
Never mind, I
wild,
don't get
yeah.
the pierce.
So no damage on
no
him.
damage, and I get my medium move though. And she's gonna end up over that way. And she's activated. Those are my 2 activations.
All right, so I still have Blob to go, and I think that, and then Pyro.
Blob and Pyro both.
Blob and Pyro. So Blob's gonna pick up this fragment right here,
Yep.
and then he is going to make a. I'm gonna measure this quick, and I'm just gonna use this guy as a measurement.
Oh, totally. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So I'm
I'll
gonna
let you
move
play
him.
He moves on up.
Right, and then he's gonna make a thunderous splash attack against her.
No sweat.
So he gets to spend 3 power,
Okay.
put himself within 1 of her.
Nice. Yep.
So it's going to be as such.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Before damage is dealt, I'm placed within 1 of you, and then I roll my dice before anything else happens. So it's 7 physical dice.
Whoo! Not bad.
Yes.
I'm excited. My Blob and Pyro just came in today, so I'm excited to get them on the board.
Oh, he's fun. He's really good at doing splash damage, so hopefully this works, but we'll see. Because if I
Alright.
get a wild, I get to push her. So
Nice.
I'm just trying to get her.
Get her back
Get
over
back.
there. Yep.
Get back there.
Totally makes
All right,
sense.
so 7 dice. Hopefully we max here.
Gotcha.
We did
Oh, that's
rather
pretty
well.
darn close to it.
Okay,
Oh,
I got a crit
no.
too.
So throw one more
One
in.
more die. Also a hit.
Whew.
So that is 7 coming your way.
Okay, I get my 3 physical.
Yes.
And she gets to re-roll 1 for the assassin training. It doesn't matter.
She takes 6.
Yep. Dropping it right there.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, and that's his activation. So we move over to Pyro.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we know what Pyro's doing yet?
Yes, I think I do. He is going to just, he has a medium move, so he's going to scooch over like this
Yep.
to this objective. Blob is incinerated. And I don't think I have any other actions with him, so you're all dazed on everyone. So
I definitely am.
yeah, he's done, I guess. So, okay. Scoring.
Well, let's take care of scoring real quick. So you're gonna have 1, 2, 3 objectives.
And then a 4th right here.
Okay. And I don't have any objectives, but I am holding 3 with Deadpool.
Yes, so 4 for me and 3 for you.
Nice. That brings you to.
I am at 13.
Ooh.
And you are at 10.
Gotcha. And let's get ready for round 4. So, at the beginning of turn 4, here's what the board state looks like.
Yes.
Much power everywhere.
Yes.
And I know what's coming.
I am going to spend 10 power from among my friends
Yep.
to take the initiative. So it's going to be 5 from Kingpin, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 from Black Cat, and then 9, 10 from Pyro.
Yep.
All right. So 3, 6, 10. Just double checking. Yep, I just take the priority token, so I get to go first.
That's fantastic. That's, for anybody keeping track, that is a big game changer. It was me not getting Deadpool last time, and you now getting priority because I would have had it.
Yes.
You had to spend 10 power, but you had
did.
plenty.
I was going to do something. I was going to go take Black Cat to chase down Mr. Pool and grab some asset tokens.
Yep.
But then I realized there's still 3 people within 2 range of him.
Yep.
So I do think we are going to drop Mr. Shadowlands Daredevil first.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Start out with a coordinated
All right.
strike.
Coordinated strike against. How much health does Cable have? 7?
He has 7 on that
All right.
side. Yeah.
Against Cable.
I think I'm going to spend the 2 and have it be Honey Badger instead.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right. So 5 dice against Miss Honey Badger.
Yep. So, jeez.
Goodness gracious.
Okay.
Okay. So 6 hits.
Huh.
Yeah.
I got 3 defense dice.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Throw the 1 extra in.
Okay. You defend 4.
And so she's gonna take 2.
Yep. And I'll get 2 power, which actually.
And then.
And then we are going to. I'm actually only going to spend 3 power for a demon's devastation to make a demon's devastation attack, which becomes. Oh no, I have to do both. Yeah, to make it area of effect. So I'm going to spend 6 power to make it.
The big area of effect.
I was trying to also do follow me so I could get an additional activation, but didn't work out that way. But yeah, we're doing the big bombo attack. So.
Yep.
Right.
We saw what it did last time. I managed to get a couple characters out of range of it, but who you starting on?
I think we're starting on Cable.
Yeah, he's gonna throw the 2 for the shield. All right, 9 dice.
9 dice. Not the best.
Okay.
Then 1
This
more.
is workable.
All right.
So
4
there's
damage
4
coming
damage
his way.
So I'm gonna get to throw, after all the modifications, everything else, 5 dice into this.
Yep.
He's gonna defend 2.
Yep.
And take 2.
Yep.
Then he's gonna help with the shield on whoever the next one is.
All right, which is going to be Honey Badger. So 9 dice.
Yep.
Only 4.
Okay. She's only a 2 mystic, so she'll be throwing 4 dice at this.
Yep.
And she's gonna defend 2, and I think that's just enough to take her out.
Yep, she is gone.
Okay. Nothing I can do about that. Do the same to spend to try to protect Wolverine.
All right, Wolverine, 9 dice. Blowing on it for luck. And luck is okay. It's not the best, not the worst.
Solid start though.
Solid start. Yeah, 4.
Okay. He's gonna miss defensive 2, so he's gonna throw 4 dice at this.
Yep.
And defend none of it. He's just gonna
Alright.
take 4 damage. And that's your activation then,
That's
right?
his activation, correct.
Okay. I need to do a lot of work right now. A whole lot of work. But it's gonna have to be Wolverine, because otherwise you just take him out.
Yeah.
So let's show you why he's the best at what he does.
Smash.
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off spending 3 for Berserker Barrage into Pyro there. Now, this is a 7 die attack, but I've got 4 damage on me, and I'm on my flip side. which means I will throw 4 more dice into this for an 11 die attack. 11 dice. Honestly, it's not a great 11 die roll, but it's not a bad roll.
Could be worse.
I
five
will,
there
yeah.
total.
Throwing in for the crit. It's a skull.
Cool.
So we've got 5 in the pool here total. So you're gonna get your defense dice, but before damage is dealt, I get to do my move, and then if I deal damage, I get to throw you.
All right.
So you are incinerated.
2 defense.
Okay. That didn't work.
Gone.
So in the meantime, though, I'm gonna go ahead and move myself, because it's gonna deal enough damage that I won't get to throw you into a Daredevil.
Yep.
Let's go another Berserker Barrage, and let's go. How much health does Black Cat have?
A Black Cat currently has 5.
Okay, well, let's try to hit her.
Okay.
Okay, so that's pretty good for you. You get your defense.
I do. I have 2 physical defense
Because you're incinerated?
because I am incinerated, yes.
Gotcha.
All right. Defend 1. So she only takes 1.
I do, so I am going to take my reroll for Cable. Can I reroll? I can't reroll against her, right?
You cannot modify dice against her, correct.
Gotcha, cool.
All right, so she took...
I think you're going to take 2 then, correct?
Oh, right.
And
2,
then
'cause you-
she's going to end up getting thrown into a ye old Daredevil there.
Oh, because you got a wild, so...
You don't even have to wild. If it
wow.
deals damage, you get to throw.
So then she will take a 3rd damage from being thrown into Daredevil.
Yep.
Mr. Daredevil has to make a dodge roll. All right.
And you're defending against 3 damage, I believe?
I got 3 damage, correct. Defend 2 of it. He only takes 1.
Not bad. Okay.
Not bad whatsoever.
Means I'm still going to have to deal with him.
Yes.
And I think that's... I get to heal, and then I'm activated. And it's over to
Alright.
your activation once I heal myself up.
All right. We are going to do Black Cat, and she is going to move
Okay.
along this way. Then I'm going to spend 2 power to use Grappling Hook to place her within 2 of where she currently is.
Nice.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So she is within 1 of Deadpool. She is going to spend 3 power 2 times to grab 2 assets from Mr. Deadpool.
Gotcha. And then what's next?
All right, and then she is going to move. She has Wall Crawler, so she can climb over stuff. I'm going to just place her on the other side of this, like there.
Yep. Which is a big problem for me.
Perfect, and that's her activation.
Cool. Okay, so activate Cable. He's done a move and a body slide to get to here because I have to just not lose. So he's going to be throwing the taco truck at Black Cat.
Yes.
Okay, so he's there. Going to spend his last 3 power to Omega level threat, pick the taco truck up and throw it at Black Cat.
Oh gosh.
Let's see what she gets to defend.
She has 3 physical dice.
Okay, against 4 damage. And she
right.
has, what, 2 health left on her?
She has 2 health left on her.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh, come on. She defends 2,
Okay.
so she takes 2 exactly.
Okay.
And dies.
Yep.
Cool.
As I just hum a
Yep.
truck at her.
All right, so I assume you want these this way, or
Probably. I'm going to take a little look to see if I can get them. Yeah, oh, but Deadpool's got all the... But nope, nope. I see what's going to happen. Yep, they're coming this way.
all right,
Thank you.
for sure. I don't know if you can get them within 1 of you right now, though.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Yeah, but Black Cat is no more.
All right. I might actually just use that to deny both of us and throw them over this way then.
That would
You know what? Just let's put shots into Kingpin then. This is 5 dice into him.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Huh, neat.
Neat.
So I'm going to throw my crits in. There's a wild in there and 2 blanks.
All right, I have my 3 defense dice.
Because you're incinerated, correct?
Yep, I defend 1.
Okay, and I will use my reroll for affiliation to make it another damage.
So that's 7, down to 6,
Yep,
down to 5.
gotcha.
So I'll take 5 damage, get 5 power.
That was interesting.
That was quite interesting, in fact. I guess next we're going to activate Blob.
Yep.
So he's going to move small over here. Yep. And then I don't know if he can get. I think he can get within range. Hopefully. Hope so. I'm going to measure with this guy's base to see if he can get. Yeah, he can get within 1 range.
Yep.
So yep. So he's going to pick this up with his 1 power, and then just move back here like this.
Gotcha. Now he counts as 2 because he's on his.
He does
first
count
hit.
as 2 because
Gotcha.
he's on his healthy side still.
Beautiful.
So
But he's got the incinerate with him.
He does get the incinerate with him. Yes.
Okay.
So you've got a shot.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yes.
I think it's gonna bring us to X23 activating. Yep, let's do it. All right, so she's moved, and we're gonna throw 6 dice at a claw rush. All right, get him. So I've got
bad.
a wild in there, so let's throw that wild in, and we're gonna change that to a nothing.
Yep. And that skull was a hit. It got
skull was
knocked
a
by
hit?
yeah, that was a hit. It got hit by
Thank
the
you
die.
kindly.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's 4 in the pool right now.
All right, and I got 3
She
defense
has,
dice.
yep. So the 3 defense dice. There's a pierce too, for what it's
Yes.
worth.
Oh, right. Okay. So 3 defense dice. He defends with a crit. And another. So he'll defend 2 of it.
Okay, let me start to think if I want to use. She gets 1 reroll for sure.
Yep. And one of these gets pierced. So I'll just pull one of them out.
So that's good.
Yep.
Because how much can he take right now?
5 more.
5 more, but he gets to reduce 2, right?
Yep, by 1. So he'll be taking 3 currently.
Yep. So I think. No, I think he's gonna be fine. I will throw the reroll here. No.
Yep. So he takes 3 and gets 3 power.
Gotcha. And she'll
right.
end her activation there.
Yes.
I guess I should put these out.
That brings us to my last activation, which is Kingpin.
All right, and what's he doing?
He is first going to headbutt Mr. Cable.
Okay. What's that attack look like?
It's 5 dice, and I get power damage dealt. On a wild, I get to stun you, and on a wild, I get to push you.
Ooh, not bad. Let's spend 2 to try to defend that.
All right.
All right, let's see what you get.
5 dice.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Cable got a bunch of hits on him. He's swinging
a
for the
bunch of hits on
fences
Cable,
again.
yep.
So,
And this is, I can only assume physical.
yes.
All right, so I'm going to throw 5 dice to defend it. Oh.
You're still alive.
Yeah, you didn't get taken out.
Yeah.
But I'm taking, what is it, 4 damage?
You're taking 4 damage, yes.
Get a stun, and you may push me, but you're not going to?
I am not going to push you because I want to do this the fun way.
Yep.
So we're going to spend 2 power for street level negotiations.
Gotcha.
So I get to choose an interactive terrain feature within 2,
Yep.
which would be this guy right here, and throw it of size 3 or less and throw it medium. So I'm going to pick up a shipping container and throw it at
Yep.
Cable's
That's
head.
definite street level negotiations.
So
So it's a
size 3 for containers, so 4 damage coming your way.
I think it's him. That's him done.
Yeah?
Very good.
Then
Kingpin?
Kingpin still has 1 more activation, so he's going to just move back this way. So he's still within range of the objective, but a little bit further away.
Sounds good.
Yep.
And that's that activation. The only one I have left is Mr. Deadpool.
Mr. Pool.
Let's send him up the board, see what happens. 4 dice. Gonna go bang.
Ooh.
Okay. Couple
Okay.
clicks to throw in. Oh, no, okay, not what I wanted.
All right.
So there's just 2 there. I think you're gonna be a-okay.
I think I'll be fine because I can
because I also
reduce
didn't
it.
get the
Well,
trigger I needed for
Oh, it's
bang,
only
bang.
2, so yeah, I can reduce it down to 1. But we'll roll and see. I defend 1 of it and then reduce it by 1. So,
Yep.
oh, and I can't reduce it by 1. I'd still have to take a minimum of 1.
Still take the minimum of 1, but unfortunately I didn't
Yep.
get the hit in the wild I needed to trigger bang bang.
So I am on 5. I'm at 1 left. Oh, that was close. I
That's
was scared.
Super close. Because basically what's going to end up happening for scoring right now, you're going to score all the points.
Yeah.
So that's worth 3 back there for you
Yep.
anyways.
Yes.
Contested. And another point there. So that does push you over.
Yep. I will be at 17.
I was close. I
You
was
were.
getting there. Because Deadpool was going to heal back his 3 So I would have only scored 1 point this turn. But let's talk about some potentials when we get ready for the post game. Awkward left-hand handshake.
Yes.
Amazing game, sir.
Amazing game. Such a fun game.
And here we go. We're back to the post game. The chairs of despair have been brought out.
Yes.
We're sitting comfortably, so now we can chat. So, overall, solid victory for the Criminal Syndicate.
Well, it was hard fought, though. I mean, that was a really swingy game. It was anybody's game right up till the end. Like, if one thing had gone differently 3 or 4 times, game would have been over a turn earlier, or like my guys would have just all gone.
There was a couple different things, and the nice thing is that when I watch this back and obviously read the comments, there's going to be stuff pointed out, but I can see a couple different circumstances where if I could have brained a little bit better, could have made some differences. But so the one that stands out to me right now is knowing that X-23, when she was over there with Blob, that Blob probably wasn't going to be hanging out over there. He'd have to come back and deal with the objectives to a degree.
Right.
Now, when you took out Honey Badger, I could have moved her medium that direction.
Oh.
A bit closer to the objectives.
Gotcha.
Now, I didn't do it at the time because Blob was there, and I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to keep Blob there and potentially swing at him.
Okay.
But since her spender is range 3, I could have done it and still had range to do whatever I want. Because she gets to move medium after her spender. She was stacked with power.
Right.
I'm like, that. I was kicking myself after. Because she had to move to make her first attack into Blob.
Right.
I could have moved her, got a little bit of movement to have the flexibility, and still been able to swing if Blob was over there when she went to go activate.
Right. So points-wise, that would have meant I would lose 3 of the points I had gotten, so I would have only had 14 at the end of this turn. You would have been off that center objective, which I would have then controlled, which means I would get 15, but that would mean we'd get another turn.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
And then with Kingpin, I'd have to move over and grab those other 2 objectives, which, yeah, so I think although KO'd Blob.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely that could have changed things. I don't know.
I don't know if it wouldn't have been that I won,
but it would have been an additional turn.
An extra turn.
For more fun stuff to happen.
100%. And I love that there's the model count's low enough to kind of look at some of these interactions, but there's so much you can do with them all.
Right.
I'm still loving this game system. I can't thank you enough for coming into play.
Oh, for sure.
But so after action, like is there anything that kind of stands out for you? Like was there a major turning point, or is there a major talking point?
Oh, for sure. I mean, Wolverine, we went in with the understanding that Wolverine was, a choice for fun more than, a choice where if you're going to, a more competitive event, you'd be playing him. And I was shocked because he, you got him set up right with 4 damage on him on his injured side to use his card. So he was just smacking with 11 die attacks.
Hilarious, yeah.
So funny. And yeah, so I was really surprised. Cable, I did not know Cable was as good as Cable is. I mean, a 5 die, 5 range attack, and he can defend people, and his faction.
It's a wild incinerate too, so we can just slap that. And it's an energy. It's not a because usually most of my attacks are physical, so I struggle to have energy. And the fact that it's automatically just energy, it's
he's really solid. I might consider him for my list because I've been looking for like a good 5 range here. I know Bucky's out there, and Bucky's great, but Cable with the defensive capabilities as well too.
You looked at Rocket as well? Rocket or...
I looked at Rocket, but, I mean, Rocket just depends so much on Guardians of the Galaxy to support him.
Fair.
Cable can operate independently, even though he's a leader. You can use him as one of those splash heroes, where even if you're not playing with his affiliation, you can use him in anything. I mean, Bucky is, of course, if you're playing competitively, he's the correct choice because he fits any affiliation. You can play him, get either of your army-wide bonuses, and not have to take things you may not want. But Cable just has so much more to offer.
He's a super cool looking model too.
And he's really
I really like how he looks.
He's a really cool model. I mean, that shield blocking those shots is super cool.
Because he comes with Domino in the pack.
Oh, gotcha. And so, Domino, yeah. I'm glad you didn't bring Domino today because I feel like you would have gotten, what is it, like 5 fails and 2 crits and then just absolutely destroyed me.
There was, this was some high stakes stuff. I think overall, like obviously, I will say your MVP for you, and you tell me if you disagree. Daredevil.
Oh,
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
The twice able to do that big spender.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, I got punished for it. And I looked, because you had what was the card? Everything according to plan or whatever?
All according to plan.
All according to plan, yeah.
Yeah, just take
so
the
when you were able
priority.
to take priority back, because if not, I would have just nuked him down.
Oh, we'd have been dead. He would have been dead.
And that's where, I got a little bit risky, because I think I remember saying at one point, I'm like, Because he didn't have a ton of power on, but he had enough that it was kind of a little bit
He had
anxious.
9 power on him at the start of that turn.
Was that after I hit him?
Oh wait, no, after you hit him, because I did the all according to plan and spent it off of everyone else. You're right.
So
the second time, yeah.
But it's because the previous turn I tried to take him out and left him on 2 health.
Right.
So I gave him 5
you dazed
extra
him that
power.
previous turn.
Oh, did I?
You dazed him, and then he got fully charged up from it. So he charged up from his own attack to like 5 power, and then you dazed him, and he got up to 10 power. So
either way, I think it was still the right call to try to knock him out.
for sure. And honestly, with the AOE thing, I was looking at his card, and I said, I thought that was area of effect on his damage side. Oh, I don't know. And I did not even think of it. And then I was looking at him during his activation. I was going to use the card for Shuriken Arashi, which is just 10 die attack, and I forgot that Honey Badger could redirect damage to herself. So I was like, oh no, he got me with Cable. Like, I forgot that I can not put this 10 die attack into him and daze him. What am I going to do? So it made me start reading his card when I hadn't realized, oh wait, I can do 9 dice versus everyone on your squad right now.
Yep.
Didn't even realize it.
Having that happen twice?
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah, for sure. It was really, really rough. I generally try to play very strong in the midfield with my team in general, and it's weird to have Kingpin just in the back line over there.
Yep.
Because he's normally right in the fray of things, and to have Shadowlands be the one who was really like taking and dealing all the punches was a little unconventional. And Blob not being there either. Usually it's like Black Cat or Mystique who's like running all over the place doing actual scoring, while the other ones are just making sure you don't score in the
Well,
middle.
I was glad to mix things up for you a little bit, because the other thing we talked about, Pyro didn't do anything.
Pyro did nothing. He picked up an objective one time, then he got dazed, and then he got knocked out. And that was that.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to use his cool flame jet. I didn't get to use any of his power. I mean, is what it is, but no, that was a really, really good game.
I had a ton of fun. And the thing is that, it's the dice are wild, and
Oh yeah.
I'm realistic, because I play games for a living.
Right.
That I'm still in the honeymoon period when it comes to MCP. That I just want to keep play more and more and more, and not all the dice rolls. Like, I can think of the ones where I'm like, oh, that's so disappointing. But none of them really made me upset.
Right. I will say my take on Marvel, I'm new to miniatures games in general. I've been playing Warhammer for almost like a year and a half at this point, honestly. I've been playing Marvel since September. From my experiences of games of Marvel versus Warhammer, it's a lot easier to have a game that you're like ecstatic about with Marvel, because even if there's a lot more close games. In Warhammer, it seems like there's a lot of matchups where it's, I just lose, good game. In this game, no matter who you're playing, it's, oh, I rolled really well on this one guy. Oh, I didn't realize that faction bonus affected them in this way. Oh, I didn't know he had that ability. There's just so much more individualism and so much more tailoring in this game that it's a lot easier to have a good game in Marvel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's enough different abilities on everybody, and there's always going to be some that, certain characters that you compare to other ones.
Right.
But there's little unique things about all of them. Whether it's the abilities they have built into their card, or maybe the tactics cards they can take and stuff like that. There's so much cool stuff you can do that it was the problem. Because I remember when we were chatting about Black Cat sitting back here behind the truck.
Right.
And we were both kind of scratching our heads.
Right.
And because I think, as we were both thinking about it, because your suggestion was originally Deadpool comes over, maybe.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I think I can get Cable there and throw a truck at her.
Right. And I was
And
like,
if that
oh,
doesn't work, then Deadpool has a more clear line to come back.
Right.
And it was that kind of, I think it was a fun eureka moment for both of us to be
for
like,
sure.
huh.
You can take Cable over, smack her, and then, deal 5 damage to Kingpin with a random shot.
Right.
With your million crit shot. And yeah, no, that was fantastic. I mean, I love that. And the fact, when I had Kingpin there and Cable was there, technically should I have used a 7 die attack to hit him? Yes. But did I think it would be more fun to, just beat him in the head with a shipping container?
Yep.
Absolutely. And throwing terrain, I cannot express enough how much fun it is to throw terrain at people.
Interactive terrain is
Interactive
fantastic.
terrain is so good.
Okay, so because my I think at this point you've probably played more games of this than I have, even though I was the one that talked to you and got
for
you
sure,
into
yeah.
it. Because I spent a lot of time here at Mini Wargaming. Everybody that comes in, I still do it. And any recent guest will tell you, hey, you know what? You should play this.
Yeah.
Next time you show up, come play this. I need more people to play MCP against. But so, I'm used to playing Magneto.
Right.
He was the one I learned on.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, Magneto was my first leader.
Okay, well, yep, same here,
Yeah.
and just throwing terrain at people. I remember throwing a gas station at whoever, and I'm like, this game is hilarious.
For sure. What sold me on it originally was the collaborative mission for the game. That
Yes.
was what really sold me on this, that each of us brings one half of the mission.
Yep.
And it's just such a well-designed game.
Well, for anybody unfamiliar, the way that you actually do this, because I don't show it off in my coverage of it, is that we each had 10 characters.
Yep.
10 tactics cards.
Yep.
We each had 3 secures and 3 extracts. These are the what we use to build the mission. So there's an initiative roll-off.
Yep.
Whoever wins it decides that we're going to use one of my 3 secures, one of my 3 extracts, and then you randomize those 3. So there's plenty of them that exist in the game. So you kind of have some input into the mission,
Right.
but you don't get to just pick. But you kind of know, well, okay, my team can do certain missions better than others, so I'm going to lean into those.
Right.
And then, so you and your opponent both get to put into that. And then you'll notice, here, I'm going to try to not destroy my card as I go. Come on.
You got
it's
it.
going to work. I should just shut the camera off. You'll notice that there's point costs on the top, or the numbers on the top. So that's points.
Yep.
So you decided that you were going to use your secures, and we were going to use my extracts. But then I got to pick, once we generated the mission, are we going to play 17 or 19 points?
Right.
So from there, we take our roster of 10 characters and build it.
Yep.
So I got to see the 10 potential characters I could face. You got
Right.
to see the 10 potential. So there's not a feel bad of like, oh, you happen to bring this one character. You know, you brought Silent King, and I don't have anything to deal with Silent King.
Right.
So I guess I'm going to be grumbly about it now.
Yep.
So you have the potential to do that, but also you take your 10 tactics cards and you pick 5 of them.
Yep.
So the fact that it almost feels like kind of a sideboard going on, it's a really unique little way. And generally speaking, compared to other systems, the characters are relatively cheap to get.
Oh, for sure.
So having 10 characters, it's pretty easy to get
It's
to.
usually about $15 per model.
Yeah, if you're talking American.
Oh yeah, sorry, 15 American per model, because in American dollars it's $30 for a box of 2 miniatures. And sometimes they'll have like additional grunts or other small things, and bigger ones like Juggernaut I think are 30.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
He
that,
comes in the box by
American.
himself. You don't get
Yep,
2.
you don't get 2 of them
with him.
but it's really affordable, and you only need the 10. So if you want, and honestly, the start playing kit is really good because it has everything you need to play. It has 10 models. It has all your measurement tools, your dice, your tokens, the terrain you need to play. The only thing it doesn't have is a nice mat like the one here. But
You can get the mat relatively easy. It
Yeah.
just plays on a 3x3,
Right.
so it's super easy to go into if you're playing at home.
Yeah.
Super easy, but also, you know, that local gaming store, if they got the roll 40K tables, hey, guess what? You can fit 2 Marvel tables for one 40K table.
right.
Just saying.
Yep, that's how we did it in my local game store, and yeah, it's great. It's It's 80 American for like the start everything kit. That's everything you need to play.
Yep. 10 characters, 10 really cool
10
characters.
cool characters. I mean, it's Avengers and Hydra, so there's some really, really good ones. And Avengers is one of the better factions, too. So it's a really cool game, especially for people who might be like humming and hawing over getting into miniatures games. It's a really good entry point.
See, it's so that, but also as a palate cleanser of like, you know,
Yep.
these 40K, great game, AOS, great game. They take a lot longer to set up. They take a lot longer to play. This one, like, I don't know. I doubt you're going to see it, but hypothetically, you go to a 40K tournament. If your game finishes quickly, you could probably bang out one of these games waiting for the round to finish.
Oh, probably, yeah. Yeah.
And
It's average of, I would say, 50 minutes to play a game.
Yep. And I don't see myself getting bored. I think there's like 150 or 160 characters out right now.
And they're really good about releasing like 1 a month.
Well, and the other nice thing too, because you again playing different game systems, you know, if you're I'm gonna keep picking on 40K because you know that's the one most people are familiar with.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a Eldar player, yeah, you might not see new models for a year or 2, maybe
Yeah.
more.
Oh, yeah.
Good, maybe 15. Who knows?
Yeah.
But the fact that the way that factions work in this, because there aren't any.
Yeah.
Because the way to get your affiliation bonus, so for me to be able to get my X-Force affiliation bonus, half the models I brought to the table to play with had to have X-Force affiliation.
Right. And
Same for you for Criminal Syndicate. So
Yeah, and I have it so that my list can either be Criminal Syndicate or Brotherhood. So I have enough models of each type so I can play with my leader in either faction.
But I mean, if you're one of your favorite, I don't know, let's say, because he's not out yet, let's say Vulture comes out, and
Yep.
you just decide that you love Vulture. He's your favorite, you know, character. But you're not interested in playing Spider Foes. Who cares? You could splash him into this list, and he won't break the affiliation.
Absolutely. I mean, Hood is technically. I don't think I have anybody who I'm splashing in this specific list, which is weird because before I splash a Sentinel. I'd splash Lockjaw from the Inhumans, you know,
Yep.
the most obscure comic series ever, because he was a dog and I liked him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is clever in that the fact that they seem to come out with one character pack a month. That's
Yep.
what it feels like, anyways.
Right about that.
And yeah, you're gonna pay about $45 Canadian to get that.
Yep.
They come with all of their rules in there, and you can splash them into your pre-existing stuff. And it's a living rule book, so you don't have to buy the rule book. It's free online that they keep up to date.
Yeah, and they're really good at balancing it too. People say,
Yep.
you know, it seems that everybody's playing this mission because it's good. And they say, okay, we'll change it. Or, okay, and the way they do restricted lists for tactics cards is good too.
Yes.
They say, you know, there's a list of 6 or 8 tactics cards that are really good. You can only ever have 2 of them.
Yep. And it's simple and easy, and yeah, it's I don't know. There's a lot of feel good in this.
There is. It's very much, it seems built to have a good experience. It has the capability to play in a competitive environment, but there's so little feels bad other than there's dice rolls. And in miniatures games, dice rolls are fundamentally the core of the game. So you're going to have feels bads and some dice rolls, but here it's at least narrative and it's at least fun. And there's enough chance that things can swing so much.
Well, also the way that they because again, proprietary dice, I typically hate in a lot of systems, but I don't mind in this one.
Right.
So you're rolling an 8-sided die, and then there's hits and defend symbols. That's pretty straightforward. That's what you use to defend against damage and to try to do damage. You have wilds, which typically key off certain little effects that the characters have. And then crits mean you get to throw an extra dice in. So all of a sudden, the math gets thrown out the window.
Right.
Because you have the capability to spike high. And then, of course, the other, there's the crit fails, which you can't reroll for any reason.
Right. Unless the card specifically says you can. Because Shadowlands Daredevil, his leadership ability lets you specifically reroll fails.
Yes. Well, then you get into other neat characters. I mean, we're rambling now, but if you're sticking around for it, you want to hear us ramble. So that's cool.
Sure,
so Domino, if you have, she can spend to actually turn your crit fails into crit successes and throw more dice in. Hilarious. And then Scarlet Witch counts her...
Yes, she does.
She counts them as successes.
Yeah.
And actually, that's some of her triggers for some of her abilities. So you have a lot of really neat mechanics that happen like that in the game. Excuse me. But then it's fixed defense values.
Yes.
So unlike a lot of the other games out there, chip damage, you gotta be a little bit more careful about. I would rather make one big 10-die attack than 2 5-die attacks all
for
day.
sure. Especially against X-Force. And
yeah, totally.
Because healing factor is
just
I was terrified.
crazy.
4 characters with healing factor. I had to alpha strike.
And well, luckily you were able to do that crazy 9 damage attack.
Right, but
because
still,
otherwise they still got to activate, and I would have just run around and healed a good chunk of the damage.
And smacked me more.
But then also the mechanic where that, you know, every turn you get a little bit of power.
Right.
But every time you take damage, you get power, unless it specifies that you don't. So you have to be really smart about the order of activation, because if you're not going to take a character off the board, you don't want to just stack them full of power.
Right, or else they can just clap back.
Also really clever, the mechanic of when you stagger characters. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Staggering, yeah.
Yeah, so once you take the maximum damage you can take, you get a stagger, or sorry, not stagger, daze token.
Daze, yes.
So you get a daze token, and then you are functionally not on the board anymore.
Yeah.
But you don't remove the model, because at the end of the turn, you clear all the negative stuff off your character, you keep the power you got, and you just flip over to the other side of the card.
There are some characters that get weaker when they flip, there are some that are exactly identical, and there are some that get stronger when they flip.
Right.
And I'd say more often than not, they get stronger when they flip.
I got a couple that get stronger. So Wolverine got the ability to no longer control objectives, but for every point of damage he had on him, he got to throw an extra dice into his attacks.
Yeah.
And then we see some crazy 11-die attacks.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah, because he's not spending anything extra to do that. So.
Right, and Shadowlands Daredevil, he doesn't have that area of effect attack on his healthy side. That's only on his damage side. So the thing that, you know, hit his entire team was just because he dazed me. I wouldn't be able to do that if he didn't daze me. And yeah, it's really, the daze mechanic, I would say, is fundamentally what makes it less feel bad.
100%.
Yeah,
because you're coming back next turn
you have a
with
second
ton
chance.
of power.
Everyone has a second, like every model has a second chance. So, yeah.
I can't say enough good things about the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to eventually get real terrain. My starter set terrain is going to get painted up by the same fellow that painted up my minis. So this is something I'm going to continue on. Hopefully, I mean, like, especially if you've stuck around for this long of a ramble, hopefully this is a game you folks either were already enjoying and you enjoyed the coverage of. I'd love to hear some feedback on what you're looking for of how to cover it. I can tell you right now, for anybody that asks for a just top-down camera that we voice over after the fact, not our speed, but beyond that, let me know. And then if you're somebody newer to this game, hopefully you enjoyed. Ask questions in the comment section. What I found so far for this video, for the other videos I've done for MCP, is people are very eager to talk about it, just as eager as I am, and they will happily answer questions. And then that'll also help me know how I can do a better job of narrating what's happening. So I'd love your feedback. If this is a game you're enjoying, share it around. If you want to see more coverage of this, the two things you can do if you want to see more MCP coverage. Number one, interact with the video in some way. I hate doing the YouTuber thing, but interact with the video, get more people watching it, and it's an easier sell for me to the bosses to put some resources into this. Because right now, I think you pretty much are just seeing me play with my personal stuff. And then the other one, if you're close enough and you want to come visit, shoot me an email, josh@miniwargaming.com. I'm the one that does the booking for everything. And yeah, I'm not going to say that I would give priority to this game because I want to play it. But hey, who knows? Maybe it's easier to get in.
Right.
I will abuse my power, but only for good, for more of this game. But yeah, again, Greg, thanks so much for coming in.
Oh, for sure. It's always a pleasure.
I had a ton of fun. Any closing thoughts for the people at home?
Yeah, Josh introduced me to this game. I've only been playing for a couple months and can't say enough good things. Can't say enough good things about people here at Mini War Gaming. This is my third time coming out. As long as I'm able to make the trip realistically, I'm going to keep coming. Definitely take the opportunity to come at least once.
Awesome, awesome. Well, viewers, hopefully, if you had a quarter of the fun that we had playing the game while watching the game, I know you had a good time. So thanks for tuning in. Keep being awesome. As always, happy wargaming.